What's going on, family? Trying to get everything together. Hold tight. Hold tight, hold tight. I got you. That's crazy. What's up with Kendra G? I'm gonna get right into it. I'm getting right into it. What's up with your girl Kendra G? Give me a sec. Get closer, yeah. Yeah, like that. Yeah, you see the fist. You know what it is? King is in the building. What's going on? What's going on? What's going on? Make sure. Okay, is it? Yeah, I'm definitely. How y'all doing? Got the fresh pressed, starch crease Giorgio Armani. You know, I'm not like Marquette. I don't have any custom made suits yet. Did say yet. But yes, we're getting into it. Straight into it. What's up with your girl Kendra G? Hold on, let's get this this YouTube. I said I was going simultaneously on YouTube, Facebook, and Instagram. Simultaneously. There we go. Let's get that Facebook jumping right there. We got the Instagram jumping right here. Oh yes. First, I have to get the link to share the link from YouTube. I said I was going to send the link, so I must get the link to share the link. Let's get it popping. Okay, good. Home. Okay. I like to send a shout out to Willie Watson, Bug the guy, and my cuz Johnny JT Johnny Terrell. You know what I'm saying? They're talking about issues that's going on in Jackson. You know, serious issues. You know, they keep their head, you know, their ears to the ground in Jackson, giving latest info over there on Facebook. You know. So, am I doing something wrong? I might be doing something wrong. Matter of fact, okay. to be back. I just want to go live right now. See, that's why I don't like the computer. Sometimes the computer just actually is more complicated than just going live on the cell phone. It's much easier to go live on the cell phone. I'll come back. I'm not gonna deal with that. I feel like I'll be wasting time. Time is money. I'll come back to it later. I'll set it up for tomorrow or something. That way, we're going to get into this. So, yeah, I said, and I'm looking for the let me see. Hold you down. Let's see. You're going to hear some things, but you might not be able to see them at the moment. Let me see. Like this. Live. See the kid. What's going on, family? I didn't have the link to send, so I said. But anyway, I was going live anyway on YouTube, Instagram, and Facebook simultaneously. I like going. It's better to go live on the phones and on the tabs. It's much easier. It's much easier. I'll just say that. That's it. Period. It's much easier. Yeah, family. Well, I pop right up. I love it. 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 It's home. Let's see. Yes. So I'm live on Facebook, so on computer. Yeah, we finna pot. Oh yeah, we finna get it going. Oh yes, Kendra. I hope you step up in here. I'm not gonna be long. I promise you I won't. But I'm giving you content. It's going down. It is going down. Is that Kendra? Now this isn't a bash Kendra. This is not that. This is
hold you accountable for the bullshit you be talking on out one side of your neck, and then out the left side you saying something else. You know, my thing is, you talking about you have a roster, have expensive wigs, but yet and still you interview men all the time. And Kevin has interviewed thousands of women. I have actually, and since 2019, where I was working, I see about 300 to 500 people a day. That's more than Kevin Samuels see. I mean, but it's only a couple of hours. I'm around these people 8 hours, 12 hours, almost 12 hours a day from 8 to 8 in some cases. Summertime, 7:30 to 9, 7:30 to 9. So, yeah, I've seen and up to 600 to 700 people. And saying that, let me see if I click on her page. There we go. There we go. So I've talked, and trust me, uh, I would say I talked to at least 50 women a day, asking them questions. And what was so funny is that, I was looking at Kevin when he was first getting started. Well, not first getting started, let me correct that. When I knew he had about 30,000, 40,000 subscribers, maybe less than that. Yes, I was watching him long uh, before the average and best video. Well, not long before, but before that. And it was interesting. And what was so funny, I was watching, like I do every Sunday, watch Tariq Live, Tariq Radio. It's live every Sunday. And he so happened to mention someone that deals with relationships because people were asking him to, they always asking him, do the Mac lessons, do the Mac lessons. If you don't know what the Mac lessons is, go on YouTube, punch in Mac lessons, and you'll see Tariq Nasheed pop up, the originator, the one who wrote a book before everybody got on YouTube. So he's really the king, King Flex, hence King Flex. So you got to pay homage where homage is due, show respect where respect is, needed to be, and put everything in alignment. And of course, that takes nothing from Kevin and what he's accomplished in the short period of time that he did. But he did it based upon truth and how men think and approach things, especially at a high level. See, you would say it's ego, you would say it's being, arrogant, but it's really just a high level of confidence. And a high level of confidence, you don't, at that level, you don't lie. You just be straight up. And that's the thing. Let me tell you how I looked at Kevin. And like a lot of people might say, or have said that, y'all didn't have fathers, so y'all look at him as a father figure. But the point is that even the ladies or men didn't have fathers in their life. And if they did, they would sound similar to Kevin Samuels when it comes to their daughters. Look at men that have daughters in their lives, that really have daughters in their lives. The women aren't as promiscuous, especially if the father lives in the household and he was around. And the wife, this is the key, the wife went along with the program. Now, when you see women that have been in the household with two parents and they still are promiscuous, it's either two things. Either the father wasn't vocal enough and the woman was running some stuff, or he was laying down the law, but secretly behind his back, wifey was telling the daughter other things. Like, I've heard this myself, like women have told their daughters, girl, with the man, with the father, don't get married at an early age. Girl, live your life. I wouldn't have got married at an early age. So that when you say that, don't you know what goes through our head when you say that? See, what you saying to your daughter and to other women might be cool in this day and age, but women back then would have looked, Christian women back then would have looked at you as a Jezebel, You know, saying then a bad mother telling your daughter things like that, going against what you did, going, you know, and you also look like you're not satisfied in your marriage with the man that you married to, so you really fake love him. That's what goes through our heads. Like she don't love me like that, and then or um, you wanted to be more promiscuous. You wanted to go out there and get you some more penises. I'm just saying it correct because I was brought up penis, not PP and all that. I had to go urinate. You know, I had to take a bowel movement. BM. So when you hear me say these things, I say it from a young man that read a few of my mother medical books, and she's a retired nurse. So so I'll use language, from the medical field sometimes when it comes to the anatomy. Miss Kendra G, you cannot say one thing and do another. Listen to this. Listen to this. Hold up.
Your wife, because what I'm saying is everything is second to you.
Facts.
Everything is second to you. You have to deserve, you have to earn that.
Absolutely.
What happens is women show up for men as wives and they not even your boyfriend.
Absolutely.
Like he's
let's women are not showing up as wives. This is what I'm talking about. They're not showing up as wives. No, they're not. Now let's go to my man's page. See, this contradicts. All those women you interviewed ain't showing up as no wife. Those women you interviewed not showing up as no wife. What are you talking about? What are you talking about? Those women that's on your page not showing up as no wife. You interview these women on your show, on Instagram and wherever you do. Man, those women aren't showing up as wives. Hold on, let me. Okay, computers to the left, not to the top. Come on, search. Let me see. There we go, Mr. Organic. What's going on? Yeah, reels. And this is so funny. This just happened. It came back to back. I had right here. Listen to this chick. This is showing up as a wife. Listen.
the pocket, period. And it's not even a case where I call it selling. See?
What is it?
No, because I'm not gonna say pay me and I'm gonna give you.
That's not something. That's the same thing.
Same thing.
It's not.
Okay, explain.
You have to do it with class.
Ha!
With class. So I'm gonna ask you for something. If you don't give it to me, you don't provide it, I don't want to talk to you.
That's fine. Like, so why would I provide to somebody that I know is trying to take advantage of?
You get a guy, just ask for something.
And I get nothing in return.
Ability in any world
Right.
where you or Eliza have met not on a set like this. And it might be different shows, different folks.
I don't want to hear that. That's bull. Nah. You cannot justify asking for money and saying it's in a classy way, but that's transactional. You're asking for money. That's transactional, and you're really saying we can't get anything into return until later, until we invest. But we have to know: are you worth investing? And just coming out the pocket from the very door, that's not investing. The way it is done, I meet you. Hello, how are you? I'm James. You're such and such. Whatever. Like, I mean, you go with the situation, fellas. Go with this. Anything. You go with the situation. You meet the chick. Oh, I like strawberry cheesecake. You like strawberry? Like if you somewhere like at a restaurant just say it, at the grocery store. Let's use the grocery store. In the grocery store, and you see her by the bakery, and you go to and you see her. Oh, I like that. The man, first thing is visual. Period. What he sees, he like it. Okay, bam, he likes it. Whether it's a average at best or a dime piece, he likes it. He likes it. Mikey likes it. That's an old commercial, Life cereal commercial. But anyway, yeah, he likes it. So therefore, in his proceeding to pursue what he likes, the lion makes his move easily, steadily in the jungle. And it's not prey. You know, I'm speaking on that as prey, but it's not. So when you go to the lady, say, she's standing in the bakery. How you doing? I'm James. How you? Hey, I usually prefer. Can I ask you a question? I usually prefer cheese. I usually prefer plain cheesecake, but I was thinking about trying strawberry cheesecake. Which do you prefer? Because I hear strawberry cheesecake is very good. Bam. Trust me, she is going to answer your question. And she might give you a little sentence along that way. So you just, what we call, broke the ice. You understand? So that's how that starts off. Right there. There's nothing transactional about that. The transaction of verbal words from cranium to cranium. So, after, little that, it's like, well, I'd like to take you to the Cheesecake Factory. Would you be willing to go? Oh, by the way, my name is James. And she's either going to say yes, no, I got a man, and depending on you and your situation and what you feel like dealing with, if she likes what she sees, she'll give you the number. She'll give you the Instagram or whatever. I don't like any. I like my number. I like number to number. You always block. And that way they ain't got your social media. They can following you and this and that. But I don't even care about any of that. I don't even block people. You know what I'm saying? All that extra, unless they just get real crazy. But I just let you do your thing. But anyway, that's how that starts off. So nothing's transactional about that. Then so you go on a date to the Cheesecake Factory, and you have an exchange conversation. So it's nice. It's the environment is well enough for you to engage in conversations. And me personally, I like to go straight for the jugular because I don't have time. I don't like wasting time. You know what I'm saying? And sometimes, you ask a couple questions. If you ask the right questions, she's gonna tell you everything. Tell you, who she is, what she about. She's gonna tell you if she has children or not. If she has multiple baby daddies, and things of that nature. Or are they active in their lives? Because I will ask that part if they have children. Not necessarily saying I would make that woman my woman, but I wouldn't say I would kick it. I have kicked it with women with children. In my past, I have full-fledged made other men's children my children, like that way. But that's the experiences I've had. I've had the experience of being a father to children that way. I'm talking about to the extent where, I'm where the teachers think I'm the father. I'm on the list to pick up the children. I can take them to the house. I'm on this and that. My name is on things at that time. So dealing in that aspect, I've had my experiences. And I know what women will do and what they will not do, what they can have the power to allow you to. And I had like Kevin once said, he said, he asked the pretty girl, a question. He asked her, a lot of you might remember this, but he asked, will I be allowed to discipline your children? And she was, no, why you want to be? She was no. She was just that. She was no. And like, what? My children don't need discipline. Now she might have some nice, you know. I think I'm not. I can't remember. I think she had 2 daughters. I'm not quite sure, or more, maybe one. But the point is that you know you have to have discipline, and I have to be able to, or the child won't respect you. If I can't discipline the child, and you don't, you know, back me up on what I'm saying, it won't work because they won't respect you. They won't, and that's what it is. And but it comes to a point now because of the laws. I would tell no young man to date a woman that has children. Now that's our option. That's our preference. Now there are some men you might find, but when you see the law saying that a woman can take her, you can be with a woman, and if their child, if you have an influence on that child's life, that the judge can make you pay child support if it gets to that, if it comes to that. But no, that's why I was like, no. And like I said, the last chick I was kicking it with had some children, and I was like, I don't really want to meet your children. I don't want them to know my name. I was talking dead serious. Oh, shit. I don't know. I think I kicked the. Anyway. So yes, no. I recommend not, and I am going to make a video specifically on this, dealing with women and children in today's age. That it is not the best interest, no matter what Dr. Boyce Watkins tells you. Do not listen to Boyce Watkins. No, not when it comes to relationships. Financial advice, yes. Yes, PhD in finance. Yes, I can listen to you. You went to school for a very long time, and you are a millionaire now. I mean, so yeah, I'm listening to you. I'm listening. I'm open ears when it comes to finance. You know, I wish at the time I was going through some things in transaction from moving back to ATL from Mississippi. And so I didn't get on the Bitcoin ride because I was following you doing that whole thing. But anyway, I was following the whole time you was showing it on you was talking about it, Mr. Dr. Boyce. But when it comes to relationships, no, sir. Now, like, what you know about relationships? Oh, can I have any DJs? Are there any DJs out there? So when you're a DJ, a real DJ, and you're out here looking at the crowd, you're feeling the crowd. You know, you have to observe the crowd. You know the music to play, but what to play right here, right now. They gonna jump to this because they're feeling like this. You can tell how tonight they're moving a certain way that's different from last night. So you can play the top songs, but you can't play some of the other songs that you play that might be a little older or even the old school. You got to switch it up. So you play the top 10, top 20, but after that, it's like you have to switch it up from your old style. And yes, I'm about to get back. Oh, I'm gonna show y'all something in a second before I get off. I'll get off in a few minutes. But yes, I just want to touch on that Kendra G, you meet. I'm about to slap you down off the fence onto the raggedy broad side, onto the unaccountability side, onto the false. I don't want to. That word sticking right on my ear. Here, you heard it come out, but it's right there. You know what I'm saying? Because you almost like an illegitimate reporter. You know what I'm saying? We love your show, but dealing with how you're conducting yourself on these interviews on these different platforms is a whole nother level. You're not showing that you could really be the mascot for how women should be, especially dealing in the dating game. At least Melody King shows some decorum way better than you. I wish she would have gotten would have did this because she holds herself a little bit more accountable. You know. Now I heard about a situation that she talked about, and that's neither here or there. At least she talks about it and brings it forth. But the way she carries herself and talks, in public, and on other platforms, like when she was on Pearly Things, she wasn't talking reckless like you were. I think you were talking kind of reckless, dealing with when it comes to relationships, how women should be presenting themselves and things of that nature. And you can't be talking about, wigs and rosters, and trying to tell women they need to do this and do that and that. You're not qualified for this. Well, you're not qualified either. What makes you qualified? In that aspect, if you're saying one thing and then trying to school somebody else on another of basically the same thing you're having you have problems with, in a roster. I mean, you trying to be a man or something? I was like, what's going on? Your mother will be turning over in her grave. Period. I saw your video talking about your mother, you know what I'm saying? You said, I don't want to get teary-eyed and much respect. R.I.P. to your mother, much love. R.I.H. Rest in heaven. But I think you're kind of doing her disfavor. I think you're dishonoring her name a little bit, and ask your mother. I mean, think about it. Would your mother want you to get married? Would your mother want you to have a roster? Would your mother want you to be getting banged out by 3 different dudes, in your roster? Think about this. If you're going to talk about your mother, in that aspect, she's watching over you. Come on now. Let's bring it. I'm going to bring the truth to the light. I'm going to bring it straight up forward. Yeah, this ain't Kevin. This is King James. This is James Lewis. Understand? DJ King James, a.k.a. DJ Red E. Red. You know what I'm talking about? Yeah. I don't understand. And, and I'll be doing some interviews in Jackson soon. I'm going to break down and go to Jackson soon and get some interviews going on. And so y'all kind of get a glimpse of some background on me. And not just me say some things like, this, and that. I want you to be able to listen to some people, other people, DJ King James being part of the conscious community and part of the dating community. See, like I was saying, you're a DJ, you observe different things. So let me tell you something. In '92, I really was infatuated with this chick, with this lady, this woman. I was infatuated with her. Her name was Tammy. Let me just say her first name. And she had a boyfriend. And let me see, what I was, my man was teaching me how to DJ Asiatic Black, shout out to him. That's when I learned it. I learned in '91. So by '92, I knew how to DJ, so I was filling in for him when he wasn't there, or he was late, or anything, or in the beginning, when it first started. Then when the crowd came in, of course, he took over. But anyway, the point is that me and him was there, and I was trying to talk to this lady named Tammy, and me not knowing, I'm green, lame, to a certain degree. I wouldn't say I was lame, I would just say I was green, not knowing, kind of blind, a little wet behind the ears, getting the feet wet, what I'm talking about? And so, in that aspect, I was trying to talk to this lady. And when she and this guy was leaving. And, boy, I'm telling you, you talk about confidence. Boy, talking about confidence, you ain't never seen confidence like me. I'm telling you, when I put it down, she's leaving with her boyfriend. I'm walking up, right? Because the DJ, if you know about the patio club, for all my patio people from back in the day know about the patio club, JR's on the strip. King DJ Ready Red was trying to holler, and and when she was walking out with her boyfriend, I was trying to snatch her up. I'm telling you, and me and him almost got into it. Black had to come in between us. He was telling me to hold up, because he was right. I was disrespectful, number one, trying to do it in his face. That's just was straight disrespectful. Number two, cuz he was gangster. Let me tell you, he was gangster. He would have pulled that trigger for her. Real talk. And I didn't know. I moved around so much, so the gang culture never engulfed me. I knew about it, but it never engulfed me. You know, time I moved from Jackson, I moved back to Vicksburg. So Jackson was just getting glimpses of, you know, vice lords and folks. There was no Crips and Bloods, because most of the people connected, you know, when the migration happened, goes up north and went straight up. So you find people from Georgia is in Indiana and is in Ohio, people from Alabama is in Indiana, people from Mississippi is in Chicago, in Memphis, you know. So, but anyway, I moved every time certain bad elements, real bad, when bad elements like that came around, I somehow was moved. That's crazy. I'm trying to, there's something about this universe is messing with me, but I'm gonna figure it out. It's about to get figured out real quick right now, right here. Because the second half is gonna be the best half. I said I'm gonna live to 110. I said anything after, well, I said I'm gonna live to 100. I said I'm gonna live over 100, but get to 100. I said I get to 100. I can, I will get to 100. It's already destined. It's in my blood. I talk, I speak. I've been speaking on that forever. So my grandmother, my great grandmother, both of my, my great grandmother on my father's side lived to be 90 something. My great grandmother on my mother's mother's side lived to be 90 something. And I believe my father's mother only, I believe she lived to be in her 90s. I had to ask my older sister, you know, my father's daughter. She's number one, I'm number two through my father. But anyway, yeah. So I was trying to holler at this girl, and I was just straight disrespectful. But what I did, I went to the fair, the Mississippi Fair. I said, I swear, I know people know this. In Jackson, Mississippi, I went to the fair. It's not that they know I went to the fair. It's what the end result was. I went to I went straight to the fair, went straight to the basketball hoop, and I said, how much it's gonna cost to get the biggest bear, the biggest animal. And what I did, I went and I paid, I think it was $20. I think it was $10 per shot. I gave him 20. First one went in and out. You know how the goals are not round, they're kind of, anyway, the first one went in and out. Second one I made. Damn, that was 20, whatever, 10, 20, 30, $40, whatever. 2 shots I made, the second shot. And I took that lion, it was a lion, a tiger, excuse me, it was a tiger. I took that tiger, and it was a shelf, the DJ booth. Oh yeah, it's getting interesting. It's a shelf at the DJ booth. And like, you know how you have in your kitchen, how you have the cabinets that don't go all the way to the ceiling, right? You can stuff stuff on top of the cabinet. So it was like a square box like cabinet, and so it was a square box type cabinet, right? And so it was space in between. So that whole little area, I stuffed it big. It was big. I stuffed it up there. I'm talking about the lion, the tiger head was coming out this end, the tails hanging down on that end. That's how big it was. And y'all know the Mississippi State Fair, you know, I had the biggest tiger, lions. They got some big ones. So I'm talking about the ones as big as you. That's how big it was. And watch, when I get to Jackson, I'm gonna talk to JR. I'm gonna talk to him. Let him tell his story. Let y'all know what time it is. I don't lie about nothing like that. No. Uh. So yeah. So I said she was in there with her friends, and the dudes crews that they hung with wasn't there. So I was like, when you get ready, Tammy, your gift is up here from the fair I won. One shot, swish, bold. And there was people in there and people knew. But that nigga did, that nigga looked at me strange. But he didn't say nothing to me. But you know why he didn't say anything? Cause JR's strip clubs, I mean not the strip club, but it's on the strip, but you know, little strip like Atlanta had they strip back in the day. You know, so what happened was he wouldn't say nothing to me because he was cheating. But I wasn't no snitch. I never told Tammy that this nigga was cheating on her. I'm talking about he was coming in on Tuesday because it was open 5 days a week. That's what I mean. Well, Tuesday, Thursday, Friday, Saturday, Sunday. And he would come in on a Tuesday. Girls be still already up in there. He would come in there on Tuesday, come in there, buy a couple of drinks, smoke a blunt, and leave. Just like that. With whatever chick he was coming in there with. But it wasn't a bunch of chicks. It was like 2 or 3 that he had that as far as on the side. But I know it was one main dark skinned chick he was coming there messing with. And but anyway. Yeah, so I had a real big crush on her. But my point is that I was telling you that as a DJ, we're very observant of the crowd. And in this case, when I saw that, this made me look at every man and woman in the club. So I'm not even knowing I'm looking at relationships right now. Deciphering relationships and behavior in relationships since 92, 91, 92, since I had that interaction. You know, about to get into it with this dude. You know what I'm saying? And it was crazy. Nothing ever conspired or anything. It was cool, but the point is that, shoot, man, that was a crazy incident. Cause I almost got taken out of here, y'all. I would have got taken out of here if I would have really pursued on the bull, you know, just like that, you know. He'd have been in jail. Somebody else would have been kicking it, and you know, and would have had his girl, and that's what it was. You know what I'm saying? And yeah, man. But ever since then, I've been not even knowing analyzing relationships and things of that nature. But Kevin was with Minister Jack. Shout out to Minister Jack. And we were talking about dating in the 90s. And I'm gonna revise on that. Hopefully one day I'm gonna get with Minister Jack and we can talk about some of that stuff too, because that's real deep. The dynamics of how dating changed and that it wasn't equal anymore. That the women started to have this type of advantage, you know, and then social media just, you know, quadrupled the advantage, you know, with social media and of course dating apps. Took it to the 10th power, really, you know. And so, like they say, if you don't have any status, you don't have any emotion, and you don't, even if you have money, you would have to be, you know, 100 million strong for you to really have no status. Like if you was just a person that may say, I'm sure Stephen King, you know, he's not in no spotlight or nothing. His name is automatic status. I'm sure he's a multi-millionaire. And Stephen King, I think he's still alive. Yeah, I think Stephen. But anyway, you know, Stephen King, you know, The Shining, you know, he's been making money way back when, you know. So if you're looking at Stephen King, you know, you wouldn't recognize him walking down the street, the white guy with the glasses. I mean, he just chilling. You know, he look like he just ordinary ordinary dude that, you know, dresses ordinary, you know, little polo shirt and whatever, button up heel figure shirt or whatever, with some khakis or some jeans and some sneakers. You know, he's a New Balance. You know, just chilling. He looked like, when I see pictures of him, that's what I see. You know, just a normal, everyday dude. Would have been a white collar guy. You know what I'm saying, or something like maybe blue collar. But the point, I mean, he has status, but it's based upon, you know, the books and the movies. But he don't flaunt it like that. So, you know, but some women don't even want a regular guy like that. And this man's a multimillionaire, and some women wouldn't want him because he don't have that status. No, you just want to be seen. You just want attention. That's all that is. You want a man that's out there in the limelight, so you can get some shine. But the thing is, I think I've said this earlier. I did say it earlier, but not earlier. But I've said it on the video. Like, you know, you have your G-Wagon, got your $750,000, you got your $1 million house, you got your mansion. You know what I'm saying? You riding in your Rolls Royce truck. You know what I'm saying? Chilling. You got you a couple of meals in the bank. You know, you got your things together. You have your own beauty shop. You got a couple of beauty shops, you know. But guess what? When you meet somebody that has about 3 or 4 barbershops, he got him a mansion. You know, he got the Bentley truck. You know what I'm saying? You like, oh, that matches my swag. I got the Rolls Royce tree. He got the Bentley. See what I'm saying? See, that's how y'all look at it. Like I said, y'all look at things like a prize, like something you sit on the mantle of your fireplace. And we are not that. And that's what it's come to. Women are looking at us as though we are pieces to a puzzle of their prize, like a part of their accomplishments in life. But from the standpoint is negative, it's not positive. You're looking at me, and that's why you know, someone like Kendra G can't get on a person's program. She talking about I can't get on a program because I can't deal with their BS. Well, shoot, who says he can deal with your BS? And how you talking recklessly? What man really want to settle down with you? You think I don't even think any of those men that you hitting, those men that you say that, oh, I'll be with your dream guy. I don't think they would marry you. And if they did, they probably would leave you. I don't think they could deal with you. You know what I'm saying? And you talking about, and fellas, if you heard her, she talking about she couldn't deal with their BS. And so therefore, she's saying that y'all are full of BS too. You just so happen to be the guy that I'm sleeping with. That's on my roster. Do you know how Jezebel y'all sound? How 403? Because when you write 403, it spells out that. That's why I don't say 304. I say 403. 403. Yeah, I'm different. I'm going old school. That's how if you write it, you write 403. What does it spell? Thank you. The 3 is backwards. 4 look like an H, and a 0 is a O. Period. Yes. The 403s, and I say 403s because them boys down in Miami, y'all know what I'm talking about. They, you know what I'm saying, they demonetized and all that. So I don't even want it. Some of the language that they use, I'm trying to stay away a little bit for some of the stuff they say. But some of the stuff, we all regurgitating some of the same thing, but we just saying it in our own special way through our personality. And that's all you're getting. You're getting my personality. You got Kevin Samuels' personality. You got MTR's personality. You got Tariq's personality. You know, you got AMS personality. You got Obsidian's personality. You got Ike. I don't want to mispronounce his name. My African brother. My African light-skinned brother. You know what I'm saying? Ike, what's going on? Yes. So you're getting our personalities when we're talking about, and our experiences. You know, the personality is playing out because of the way it is, because of the experiences. The experience that Kevin had is through the eyes of a salesman. The personality in my experience is played out through the eyes of my eyes as a DJ. And then when Kevin came on, I was first looking, you know, man, I watched him so much. I was playing the backup. I was going back in the beginning. That's why I watched most of all of his videos. Man said he had 800 videos. I swear I watched 400 of them before the before the what's the name came up, before the average and best video. And see, that's what's so kidding. I watched that live. I'm gonna have to go, but see, y'all getting a part of it that's cut. Y'all that 30-minute video that's cut. Y'all not getting it. You didn't see the whole video. Like you said, it was a disagreement night. You all didn't even see the entire video. Y'all just catching the 30 minutes, and then when y'all first was hearing, y'all just seen the clips, World Star clips. What's going on? I'm glad, yes. And so, everybody, you're getting clips, but like I said, I was watching him then, and the thing, he was saying some things straight up, and I was like, man, you know what? He's saying the same things I've been saying. I've been saying these things, because sometimes, I've had this persona that some of the women that have been in my life, like, look, James, like, his way or no way. And now, I ain't now just a DJ. I ain't had no lot of money or nothing like that. You know why it is. You know what I'm saying? The thing about it is that it's just, and so there, I said that to say that you had some women that was getting down with a program. You had some that wasn't. You had some that, that wanted street guys, and you had some that didn't. You had some that just, wanted. I had a chick tell me she wanted a guy like her father. This was, let me see, dang, when was this? This probably was 2012, something like this. And I was really like this young lady. She lived in the country a little bit, right outside of Jackson, going towards Vicksburg. And probably 15 minutes past Clinton, going down 20. Close to Bolton, somewhere halfway between whatever. But I was digging this chick, and we was talking, and she's very hard, very difficult. She's very difficult, and she said to me, this what kind of killed it, for us, because she wanted somebody exactly like her father. And that's not a bad thing if that's what you want. But I said I didn't want to work 20, 30 years in no factory or at no one particular job unless I own that thing. Unless I own it. And I'm not like that. It's not like that. So, what I'm saying is that that's what she wanted. She wanted a blue collar worker, man, to go to work every day. He wasn't wearing no suit. He was, I can't remember, but he wasn't wearing no suit every day. But anyway, he did go to work every day for 20, 30 years or something like that. Yeah, I think he had 30, almost 40 years. He was about to retire. So yeah, it's about 30. But anyway, I said I didn't want to be like that. I was like, the reason why I love DJing, because it's always changing. The DJing is always changing. You got, your brain is, it's working because you got to keep up with the styles. You got to keep up with what's hot. You have to keep up with, this and this and that. And so, in saying that, I love DJing, and I never had, tell you the truth, I never had one job, over 3 to 6 months, ever, until 2015. And let me see. And I believe I only had 3, and since 2015, I've only had 3 jobs that went over. No, the longest jobs I've had was 3 months long. One job, I worked for Waste Management. What's up, Bug? Witherspoon, what's going on, brother? I work with Witherspoon. Y'all might have seen them on TV. Waste Management. Yep, dumping trash. Boom, like that way. Being one of the fastest in Jackson, baby. You know what I'm saying? Truck 256. You know what I'm talking about? Yes, like that way. Doing it. And that lasted from July, what did I start? July 1st, 2nd, something like that, all the way until December 28th or something like that, 6 months. That's it. That's all I gave Waste Management. And it was, I liked it. I did like it. I did like it. Don't get it twisted. It was hard work. I've never been, uh, fearful of hard work. Never. And so that was good hard work. And yeah. And so that was one. That was 6 months. Second was Domino's. That was 2 years. I became a manager. And uh, and the other spot that has been recent, but it's been on and off because me and the owners, we getting into it. So, and I be checking them, and I be loose lip like that sometimes with them without cursing me, but I let them know what's on my mind, and because they are foreigners, they feel like they can talk and do things a certain type of way because I know I did some research. It's a high. It's like lower class and upper class. There's no in between, and a lot of the ones that come over here, would you believe, are have a high class mentality, like they're better than the other people that's over there, that's under them, that's a lower class. And so when they come over here, they look at the people that they see on TV that's considered lower class. That's how they look at us as well, and they feel like, they can talk and do and know. But I see so many black people that work for them be like this and that, and I'm like, the one time, look at me. The one time I tried to rally these fools together to get them higher pay, to get them benefits, to get niggas scared. Man, I don't even want to go into, into civil rights talking. I'm just sticking with the racial shit right now, because they scared. That's all I can say. They wasn't down to do nothing. You know what I'm saying? We had the advantage, because if we stop, if all of us stopped right then, that's what I was trying to get them to do, to stop right then. Everybody shut all of them down right then. 24 hours. I was gonna tell them, when they call and try to tell you why did you woo. Nobody shows up. If everybody would have did like I said, I could have got everybody money. Everybody some money. Like some deserving money. Like one of the places that they own, I came in, the people were making over between $12 to $15 an hour. They came in, bought the place, and took everybody down to $8. Everybody. And when they got their check, and they asked, the second, when they got they check from the last owner that day. Then the next, they kept asking me, when are you going to get paid? The owners told me to say, I don't know. Tell them I don't know. Because I didn't know, because he wouldn't tell me. Then when it came at the last second, before he gave them their checks, he kept, what you think? I'm like, what you mean what I think? You should give them the same thing they was paying if they earn it. If they don't, I'm going to tell you to take them down. And if they deserve, you keep it. What? They earned it. Why not? You see the same money coming in, right? So, all you did is just take ownership. They don't know, about, but anyway, I don't want to get too deep into that part, but I will say that I tried to help these brothers come up, to get paid, and they didn't want, so I talked to a few of them, so I'm like, I see the mentality, and so they didn't want to buck the system. They were scared, and that's why they struggling still to this day, right now, and that's what they want. I was like, I can't live like that, and I didn't live like that, and I spoke up, and I got mine, and I told them, y'all hit me back, it's gonna be more. You hit me, I didn't hit you. That's the way I look at it, and I loved what I was doing, and there's gonna be some people that's gonna, oh yeah, I know you did this, and yup. And I talk to about 100 women a day, from 50 to 100 women a day, asking questions, and I do have a couple of videos of some older women, talking about, oh yeah, these young girls, wow, woo woo woo, Yeah, I got some videos. So when it kind of pop out, I'm gonna talk about it. I'm being honest. I just don't want to put it out there because it is not my business, and plus I will own one day like that, 2 or 3. That's gonna be one of my investments. Exactly. I'm already knowing because it's automatic. This right here is automatic. You build it, automatically come. That's how good I like. That's why I like that. But anyway, I've held y'all for an hour. I'm gonna let you go tonight. But Kendra, you cannot be talking out the left side of your neck, talking about weave and rosters, and saying you can get any man, and I'm dating your dream guy. Woo, woo, woo. Your dream guy wants to marry me. I don't think so. I do not believe that. I bet you none of us believe that. None of the real G's, no. We don't believe it. That's false. I believe you're false witnessing. You're false. That's not even conducive of a Christian to even say anything like that. Now I'm not saying I don't know if you're a full blown Christian. I just based upon what I see that because I have some of your reels even older from a year ago. I've been following you. I've been following you since you were on Kevin Sanders a couple. Yeah, I've been following you since then, Kendra. Been watching all of you, Melanie. I was watching Melanie Monaco Cars first. Yeah, all the women. I personally believe like this is not the this game isn't for women. But I love when women. I like when men bring women onto their platforms and the men have a discussion because it's already in the leader position. The man is already in the leader position. You see what I'm saying? So you get this, and I like Marquette, and like when you like this, what happened on the daily wrap up. This is gonna be one of my last things. The thing that happened on the daily wrap up. You notice how that type of thing really doesn't happen on Marquette, Devon Burton's page. Peace to the saints. Peace to the saints. Yes. So when he say peace to the saints, you notice how everybody say peace to the saints in vain. It's like, I like that. That's control. That's leadership. That's masculinity. And another thing, I'm glad I said masculinity. Women can't be masculine. I think someone said this too, and I completely 100% agree. You have to have a certain gene, certain blood. So y'all don't have XY chromosome, right? So automatically, when you look at the animals kingdom, XY, right? So therefore, only the XY chromosome can produce masculinity with the 99% testosterone, 1% estrogen. So therefore, the women are 99% estrogen, 1% testosterone. With our liver and pancreas, whatever is killing that off. Was males killing the estrogen off, females killing the testosterone off. So therefore, your body doesn't even isn't even conducive of being masculine. So therefore, a woman can never be masculine. So I have said, yeah, women in their masculine energy. Well, no, they're not in their feminine energy. That's it. Lack of femininity, not being in their feminine. That's it. It has nothing. They have nothing to do with masculine. So I want, please take that and knock that out your vocabulary, off your podcast. All of you, just say don't refer to women as being in their masculine or they have masculine energy or masculine tendencies, this and that. No, they can never be. Even a stud can never be masculine. Have to have a certain bone structure. Have to have a certain bone density, bone structure. You have to have a certain the muscle structure is different in a man than it is a woman. These are all the things that make up masculinity in a masculine person. And it starts with that XY chromosome. And if you do not have that, you can never be that. Even in a pretend way, you can never be that. So, therefore, women can never be masculine or have masculine energy. They can say things that you would consider that a person that is masculine, they say. So a feminine person is saying something that is not feminine. You see what I'm saying? She is not being feminine. She is not in her feminine energy. That's how we need to word we got to get the language right. You understand? So Kendra, you're not being feminine. You're not in your feminine energy. You have the lack of femininity when you talk about posters and wigs. 2000, I don't care. Take that off. Show that forehead. Show that forehead. Yeah. When you was talking about Corey, or trying to talk about Corey on the radio show from back in the day, that cheap wig that you had sitting on top of your head with your forehead looking big as mine. You know, yeah. No. I like what Shahrazad Ali was talking about. Yeah, they got burnt and they way back. Yeah, Kendra, you one of them. So yeah, so don't do that. If you really want to really be embraced, be real, 100. And yes, and the way you're projecting about children, like I know you. Every woman, I don't care what they say, y'all, men and ladies, young ladies, the older women do regret not having children. Do you think Kendra's mother would not want to have grandchildren? Did you not think that she would like to have grandchildren? I'm telling you, she would have liked to have grandchildren. She would love to have grandchildren. Just like every woman that says that, oh, I didn't want kids, but trust me, when they laying in that bed and nobody's hovering over them, and the cat jump on their chest, and they tears start coming down their eyes. That's what's gonna happen. Period. And that's sad. That in the last days, they're gonna think about that. That is your purpose. In the movie Hancock, the purpose of Will and of the two, what they say, angels, the purpose was them to get together. That's why they would turn into human when as close as they get. He become vulnerable. And she, and they supposed to mate. And as far as they know, he said they were the last ones. And that would be that could be the new, about to go into something else. But that could be the new movie though. Others. There are others. Some more powerful, some not as powerful. But there could be others. That's what I like. You just say they was on other planets. That'd be cool too. When they came to Earth, But anyway, stop giving my good ideas away. I should be talking to Smith by itself. But anyway, I'm about to get out of here. But Kendra, man, you gotta slow that roll. You gotta be accountable, because you do have a platform that women are listening to, coming to, and you having young girls on here. And I can go show you the old one. Let me see. Home. Hit on myself. One second. One second. My reels. Give me 1 second. I'm gonna get out of here. I'm gonna show this, and then I'm gonna get out of here. You cannot. Let me flip it around. Boy, Nietzsche doing the work, putting in the work. See that bubble. Let's see. Let's see. Let's get it. Oh, I love this one right here. This chick right here. Man, ever since she went on his program, then she started talking backwards. You already knew that. You knew those women were like that. She knew. Oh man, that's when I first. This is the first time when I saw Mr. Organic. It's the first time I saw him. And y'all go check out my man right here, the desirable truth, cause that's what we desire. The truth. It is. Let me see. Yeah. But yeah, let me get the Kendra G. Wait, let me see where we at. Look at those. Is this it? I follow her. Yeah. Now if this young lady wasn't as promiscuous, shoot, she could be one. I like the way she looked. I was intrigued by the way she looked. Just give me the real 100. Look at your boy. What been doing it? Come on, where's Kendra? Where you at? Tell me I passed you. I might have passed it. Wow, man, I'm going too fast. I hear we talking about body count. This girl right here, 2,000 bodies. And she's a high value woman. Oh my God, I'm like, what the hell told her she was a high value woman? Well, we took the top. I'm missing. I love, now Maggie, the substitute teacher. Oh my God, I love her. The only women that should talk are married women. I think the only women that should talk online about relationships is married women. I feel like every woman that's not married, that's haven't given see, Miss Maggie got permission to talk online. And that's why I love the way Miss Maggie talk. I love the way she talk. I love it. Oh yeah, see some clothes back there, so y'all can talk about me. Go ahead. I just took them out the dryer. I would have been late if I would have kept doing my thing. But anyway, what's this? Real talk. Come on. I like that one. I'm missing. Goldie. What's up, young Goldie? This is crazy right here. Samantha. Go big, Tyrese, to get back with him. Yeah, I said that. That's right, you see me. Come on, Kendra. Here we go. I passed it. I seen this earlier. I passed it. Here we go. Let's get into it. Let's get it. This right here.
Fair
Have
use.
you ever been married?
Fair use.
Yes, I was married for 17 years. I was with him for 17 years. I apologize. I was with him for 17 years. We were legally married for 10.
Fair
What kind
use.
of man
Fair
you
use.
looking for?
Fair use.
I'm definitely looking for one that is self-motivated and ambitious. I definitely want one that actually like knows what they're working towards every day. I get up every morning, 5 a.m. workout. I have these multiple businesses, and one thing I cannot stand is for a man to be in bed all day doing nothing. Just because we can spend a lot of money.
Fair use.
Yes.
Fair use.
So I am I'm pretty well off. I want someone that is able to either meet me halfway or be able to enjoy the finer things of life with me. Is there a minimum number? At least $250,000. So he has to make at least $250,000. Yes. Is that what your ex-husband made? No, my ex-husband did make 6 figures, but he wasn't at $250,000. So normally I hear 100K. So 100K wouldn't be good enough for you? No. No, absolutely not. Woo! She said absolutely not. So anybody 35?
As you can see, the delusion is real. What makes this young lady, or old lady, woman, thinks that she deserves a man? Well, I know why she thinks it, but in reality, we are thinking as men, why do you deserve $250,000? Why, man, why do you deserve a man to make $250,000? Why can't you just have your money and I have mine? And if he, hey, I've been holding myself down. You can hold yourself down, cause see the thing about it, she would like a man to come over and take over, and she keep her money. And I guarantee some of that $250,000 is from her husband. If those children aren't grown, she getting some of that money is child support money. It's not just her money, just money she making. Even if she's making this and making that, she's still getting some of that money is coming from child support, probably alimony. They've been together so long. She probably got the house. See, it's all other context to that situation that they're not revealing. And that's not going to, that's not, that's a no, that ain't working. That's not working. Mm-mm. You left a man. I believe she started making more money than him and thought the grass was greener on the other side. But soon she will find out that when the sun rises and it tries to do away, she will see that it's not as green on the other side. And it might be dry and boring, or even more boring. And that's the thing. Boring is winning. Peace. In a minute. still live on Facebook, right? So therefore, I am trying to checking Kendra G on her foolishness. Right. And delusional mindset. Mm-hmm. Hashtag only one KJ. Tag a couple people. Tag some people that I mentioned. And y'all don't mind, give me a second. The first person. Oh my God, I'm going blank.
The male values in the woman that's not worth anything, the only thing he can value is the vagina. It's an inherent value. But it's only temporary. That's why we don't keep those women. We will slay them and play them. We'll discard them, similar to what has happened to you. I know you've clearly been victim of some kind of sexual trauma, and honestly, that saddens me. If I could undo that for you, if I could have provided you a better protector, better father, permitted that, I would absolutely do that. And you, with your kind of mindset, it's impossible for you to have a proper relationship with your former husband, who is a man. In my case, I have a great respect and love for women. That's why I'm able to understand the woman with a holistic approach, rather than just looking at her as vagina.
Fair use. Fair use. Talk that noise, Marquette. Let them know, Marquette, because they don't know. Gotta get them right. Got to get them right. Let's see. Goldie. My man, Liquid. I think he should be the first one to pop up because since that's in my algorithm. What did I do? C-S-H. There we go. First person. Let's see. What I named in the beginning. Oh yeah, I'm playing. I can't. This is it. Let's see. What's my man? O'Shea.
J. Duke Jackson. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. That's done. Application. Continue. Done. There we go. Atlantic Station, Midtown. Let's share. There we go. In the game. Fresh, brand new tie. Yeah, silk. Right there. Patterns messing with your eyes. It messes with your eyes. Cause it's like 3D, like visual like type, or smooth silk. But it just have that look that messes with your eyes. I have a couple of shirts, the way the stripes are on there, it kind of messes with your eyes. I love it. And appreciate y'all for hanging with me. Hour and 30 minutes. Gonna clock out. And we're gonna get back into this body count because this is ridiculous. You know, you cannot be talking about your I have a story. There we go. I didn't have to leave to see it, so I said, but anyway, I was gonna allow anywhere on YouTube, Instagram, and Facebook simultaneously. Yeah, so there we go. That's signing off with that. Yeah. So, as time goes by, you will see things will definitely get more advanced, and I would like to send a extra special shout out to my man Nietzsche, Ugly Money, that ugly money. You know what I'm talking about? Yeah, like that way, real talk, 100. You know what I'm saying? The brother towards me. See, a lot of people, I'm gonna tell you something about me. I go about how you treat me. Now, don't get it twisted. People do be mindful and have in the back of their head what somebody else been said about you. But that never will come up. And I'm not saying that in his case, but I'm saying in certain cases, even with me, people might say certain things about me to certain people, and I don't want that person to seem like our experience is going to be the same as that person's experience. If it was an experience like that, that could just be a hater, or just that could be the experience that person and I had. That don't necessarily mean that's going to be our experience. You see what I'm saying? And so that's why I look at it. You know, so I don't judge. I might have in my head, but I'm not going to just write off judge person. Like I've heard this earlier today, watching some reels, and I've personally seen it 30 years ago where some girls were standing, 2 or 3 girls were standing beside me. And we were chatting, and I knew them, and a couple of other females were walking in. I can't remember where I was at. I know it was nighttime or something, whatever. Nobody was drunk or drinking or anything. And this girl walked in, and one of these girls that was standing beside me said, ugh. Just, I'm looking at her. When she said, ugh, it caught my attention. Then I'm looking at her face. She looks up and looked the girl up and down and said, ugh, again, I don't like her. Automatically, I'm like, I turned and looked at the girl. I was like, like, what is it about her? I wasn't feeling no negative energy. She just walked in. Well, I mean, I don't know the chick. You don't know. Why are you saying that about her? It's just something about her. I'm like, what is it about her? It's just something about her. It's like, is it how she walks, how she looked? Did she look at you funny? What was it? She just said, that to me is that's the woman's intuition right there. So bull crap. I I don't get that. I cannot look at a person just like, I hate him, or I hurt her. I cannot do that. Nothing in my brain has ever said anything, or it just, my brain has never calculated anything like that. Now, I will say that I have felt certain energy about certain people that I wouldn't talk to them or deal with them, but I never said, the scenes just automatically saw somebody and said, I don't like them. No, I've never. It's just my brain never worked like that. I never ever thought like that. Matter of fact, you'll see people that I dealt with, a lot of people have gotten over on me because I was the nice guy, the good guy, the sweet guy, the guy that would come in the middle of the night and change your tire. You know what I'm saying? Now, it's very few. I would do it for very few people that's on this planet now. But if I just met you, you don't know any men that would actually come, and especially if some chick I'd have met that's good looking. You tell me you can't find nobody to come change your tire in the middle of the night or in the middle of the day, whatever. You don't know that. You just should know at least 3 men. If you don't have a father and brothers and uncles, or if you do and they're not in where you say they all stay in Chicago somewhere, and you're here in Atlanta, and you should know a couple of guys, if you're not in a relationship, at least 2 to 3 guys that you could call on that's not sexually related, that would actually come and help you because they're honestly your friend. You haven't gotten in a relationship yet. Now, if you're actually talking to someone and you're a decent person, that's the person you should be calling. And trust me, if he gets up and you hadn't kicked it with him yet, and he gets, y'all talking, and y'all been talking for a couple of weeks. Y'all just been talking, you haven't went out yet. He gets up, you got a flat tire, he gets up, come change your tire. And he don't really question you. Miss Lady, you owe him. And you ain't no virgin, you know what you owe him. Period. And yes, I'm about to get the passport. What time is it? I'm about to get the passport and have some fun because there aren't any virgins in America anymore. And the ones that are virgins want to wait forever, looking for the perfect man that won't argue with them, go along with everything. I really like that Cooley, No Fugazi's situation where the girl is a virgin and she started crying. Of course, Ayana Van Zandt calls that some type of victimhood, victim. I forgot what she said. I hate that. But she's talking about how she started crying because she wanted to be a victim. But you're not a victim. You're not a victim. You just mismanage yourself by basing things upon modern things and biblical things, trying to be a Christian, a wholesome woman, I know a virgin right now, and I actually went to her state, went to go see her, and it didn't go as planned. And I ain't talking about I was trying to keep, getting her draws. No. I was actually looking forward to seeing if she was really, worth the time to really invest in. Also, she lived in another state, so I was going to, if she was, I would have prepared everything around her and invested in her. You know what I'm saying? And made that happen within 6 months. But she didn't want that. And it's certain ideas that she has, and she's going through certain things. And so, I still have her number. I can call her right now. But the point is that, We don't communicate like that. She gets upset, you know. And what's so messed up is that she's going off of the experiences that her sister and mama have had, which are negative. They both are not married. You know, the sister done left the mama, and now she back at home with the mama, with all her kids, left this man. And I don't know the gist of everything because that's her personal business. And but the point is that I already know what it is to a degree. There's certain things that she said that let me know what it is. Is that, you know, she need to go back home with her mom, with her man. Go with the father. You know what I'm saying? Get your butt back with your husband. And she is, you know, trust me, that's the only man that love you. That's the only man that's gonna love you. With them kids, you're not gonna find another man that's gonna come in and marry you with those children. Especially one of the baby. I think about it. Uh, she should be about 7, 8, 6, 7, 8 now. But yeah, yeah. Then she's getting older. She's getting too old. And I told her, you don't get married. If you don't get married, woman, in a certain amount of time, it don't even matter if you're a virgin. Cause it's your personality. We ain't marrying the virginity, we marrying the personality. We're not marrying your virginity, we're marrying your personality. And if you wrap your personality around your virginity, then you already messed up. And that's part of the problem. And I believe, you know, you do some things. She just was, you know, kind of out of pocket. She was out of pocket a little bit, you know what I'm saying? And I try to get on the right path, tell her, oh gee. She's like, then she, you know, she kind of tripped because I am older than her, of course, which, you know, shit. But I was prepared to do, you know, do some extra shit, handle some business, you know what I'm saying? Change up a couple of hobbies and stuff like that, you know, to make things right. But, you know, she wasn't worthy. That's right. She wasn't worthy. Even the virgin wasn't worthy. Y'all think because y'all virgins, y'all like Virgin Mary. You know you're not. You're not humble. Joseph said, let's move. We moving from here. We moving from here to here. So we leaving Jerusalem, going to Nazareth, or what? I forget this. But anyway, when we move. When I say let's go, let's go. And she left. The virgin left with her husband. You see what I'm saying? So I wanted to make the old girl I wanted to make old girl my wife. But, you know, her personality wasn't all there. And I guess, and she think because she got older, that, you know, she has more leverage. You don't. But then, like I said, some of her ideas, she was talking about her career and her own legacy. Like, she wants to have a whole separate type of legacy within our legacy. She wants to have a whole other thing, and like, she wants to live a whole, basically, separate life. But you might as well be by yourself. Because if you think that's going to work with any man that's of high value, or any type of man, after a while, it's not going to work. Y'all gonna clash. Because you don't even understand. That's not thinking as a feminine woman. And that's what it is. And that's what she don't fail to realize. And she has I love her voice. You know, I love her chocolate skin. I love her beautiful smile. You know, 8, definitely, and a model. You know what I'm saying? So, and she's saying she said she had something wrong with one of her rib bones, so therefore she was skeptical if she could have children or not. And so, you know, we was talking about that, but she wanted to hyphenate her name. Like, woman, you don't have a name. Women should automatically in their brain. I'm glad I thought about this. Certain things I come across, I just don't write it down or pick up the phone and just say it into the phone. But women, when a man, I feel like every mother should tell their daughters, if you really want your daughter to get married, tell them you only have a first and middle name. You don't have a last name. For the paperwork in school and stuff like that, yeah, you write down, you know, it should be their father's name, should be their last name. But, you know, you should, I would tell my daughter that. That way she's already in the mindset of automatically wanting to get a husband. And that's the thing. These women don't want to have a husband like that. They're not excited to to get a husband and wanting to get a husband. They're not excited. You know, they need to be excited. You know, I want to be a virgin. I want to be a husband. I mean, a wife to a great man, no matter what level he's at. If he treats me with respect, protect and provide, and are able to provide and protect our children, oh, I'm loving it. Way better than McDonald's. At least it won't be fake. You know, you understand what I'm saying? And that's real talk. I think you, ladies, should start telling your daughters, think of your last name. You don't have a last name. You don't. You don't. You don't have a last name. Just say Kendra G's name is Kendra Jackson. She's, if that was my daughter, I'd be like, look, you don't have a last name. You don't. You might write John Kendra Jackson, but you should always look at that. Your name, your last name will disappear, period. Because I feel like, you know, if you keep your last name, it's like you're really not committed to the marriage right there. That's a part of not being committed, of being separated. You know, automatically you coming into it from a separatist standpoint. But anyway, I just wanted to put that out there. But the next time I come on, man, we're gonna talk about this body count, man, because y'all tripping. You know, real talk, y'all tripping. It is what it is. King James, you know what I'm saying? AKA DJ Ready Red, James Lewis. All social media is by James Lewis, except X, James Lewis. Because I don't like Tariq because when he called me when it be on the spaces. Yeah, let's get by James in there. Let's get by James. By James. No. By James Lewis. So on X I took off the by because I didn't like him saying it. When you see my videos with him, when he's saying, yeah, let's talk about. No. I didn't like that. I didn't like that because it's not. I want to hear the whole name, but I can't make him say the whole name. I probably could have spoke on it like, sir, it's by James Lewis, but I didn't want to go there. I love Tariq. I've always loved him since 2012. Been down with him in the Hidden Colors, and if you look at most of my timeline, anytime he comes out with anything, you might see relationships, but then all of a sudden you see in history stuff. It's like, yeah, I'm in more. I have more than one bag. So history and relationships is relative, and that's why let me tell you something. I believe, you know, Tariq kind of don't want to stir the bag up with y'all ladies, because if you go look at some of the Mac lessons, he was kind of talking like Kevin, but from a different standpoint. But he was kind of saying some of the same things Kevin was saying, but from a Macish standpoint, from a street type of little bit of street swag with the street swag Macish, you know, but from a intelligent, educated brother standpoint as well. So you know, you heard intelligence from the street, you know, it's like, you know, that's, to me, he the king, you know what I'm saying? And I believe like Kevin was a king, and you know, Marquette a king, you know what I'm saying, and Obsidian the king, and you know, we some young kings out there. Nietzsche, Biz, Coach, what's up, Stan? We kings out here, you know. We talking on some things, you know. What's this new young brother right here? He coming up.
And I don't even have custody, so I remember you used to have to go.
Oh my God! See, that's gonna make me talk about a whole nother level. Talk about these baby mamas. Don't let me talk about my baby mother, the mother of my child. Don't get it twisted. I will talk. I don't care, because I don't care, and I say that in a passionate way, because passionately. I wanted my son. I was in Jackson, Mississippi for about 10 years, and I begged and pleaded for my son. And she was like, in the beginning when I first started, she was like, do better, do better. I started doing better, doing better. You know what I'm saying? I was bringing stuff, I was sending stuff. All his uniforms from you know, from when you before high school, you wear uniforms. I bought all the uniforms. And I have witnesses. I have other female witnesses I was dating at the time that they would go with me to go shopping for my son. Even I've had them to even put a couple of things here and there, bought some things for my son to put in the packages I was sending. So yeah, so I'm not the deadbeat, and I got the witnesses. So I guarantee if I ever blow up, my baby mama cannot come to me cannot come online and start talking about this and that. And don't let me go in my drawer and dump all of the child support receipts. I kept all this. Yes, I got all that stuff. I'm keeping all of it. So yeah, I'm gonna dump. And as soon as I see something like that, talking about I'm a deadbeat, I'm gonna pull it. I'm gonna dump all them receipts. Then I'm gonna dump all the photos I have of the things I was sending to my son. And time stamp it so you can see. If I didn't send stuff, I actually came from Jackson to Atlanta. It was Christmas or his birthday. If I missed seeing him on his birthday, he definitely got something. Even when I came and saw him, he had something. So it was either way. But definitely, I hadn't missed any. And my phone number has been the same since he's been born. Yes, that's how long I've had my number. I had my number 20 years. My son will be 19 on the 1st of April. So yeah, baby mama can't come talk to me about me being a deadbeat father. But I did back away, just pay child support because she wouldn't allow. Anytime me being back in Atlanta, I would call. Let me tell you something. She would actually have a phone call. She would actually be on the phone every time I called, even when he was older. Even now, last time, in 2023, one time we called right in there, and she was still on the phone. That boy, 17 years old. That's the type of person she is. I'm like, no. She tried to control every aspect of his life she didn't want any of my thoughts or thought patterns or behavior patterns within him, So I'm like, okay, you listen to your mama, and you gonna see your mama ain't had no husband, and she gonna die alone, and you gonna die alone too. And it just is what it is, and I say it just like that with my chest out. She gonna die alone, and what's so funny, ain't no dogs or cats. So it gonna be alone. And yeah, real talk. Gonna make it happen. We're gonna make it happen. And that brother, I like this brother though. That's all I want to say.
And I don't even have custody. So I remember.
Let me see. I ain't want to stop.
You used to have to go sit out.
Yeah. I can't even see. I forget. I'm sorry. Y'all hear his voice. But I don't know. I forget what. I see him. But I clipped this right quick. Because it hit so hard. Because of what he said. Listen to what he says. Let's play what he says.
We used to have to go sit outside my fucking daughter mom crib waiting for her, and if she decided that.
Oh yeah, that happened one time. I called and said I was coming. Woo, woo, woo. Oh, matter of fact, that was his 17th birthday. I went over there. What did I have? I was bringing his gifts, And I told her I was on my way, left, what I'm saying, we talked on the phone. Just didn't want to open the door. So I done traveled, from, the east side, really, Lithonia, all the way to College Park. You know what I'm saying? 40-minute drive. And there, and then I come back, then my mama My mother called me, telling me, what you going, woo, 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 woo. I was like, Mom, I was like, you know what? So I had to tell my mother. It's like, look at this. I had to break down something to my mother. I said, Mom, because it's been some years, and I was like, does she come over here and drop my son off? Or do you have to go out to this and that? And she's like, my mother started answering a few little bitty questions I was asking her. And I was like, so you still have the conclusion in your brain that she is the best person to communicate with, to interact with? I'm like, you're giving her stuff, you know, and she won't interact with you. You asked her to come over. My sister asked her to come over. She brings my nephew over there. Everybody got to come to her like she the goddess. No, she's not. You know what I'm saying? She, everything got to run around her. Well, but one minute she got a car, one minute she didn't, and next she had a job, she didn't. So I'm like, I'm not that. What I'm saying is that, everybody was catering to her, but she would not show any reciprocation. And so finally, after all these years, I kind of got my mother to see that. It's like, now you see, when men be saying certain things, we're not talking about our baby mothers, the mother of our children. We actually saying we have substantial weight in the things that we're saying. It holds weight. So if I'm in Mississippi asking for my son for 10 years, she say do better, I started doing better and sending this and doing that and woo woo woo. And I still get no reciprocation on the work I was putting in, then it does come to a point where a person just get tired. It's like I have no access to the person that can't come from my loins. And so you only can fight so much. You see what I'm saying? But anyway, and that's
That day she not bringing her out. I couldn't see her. So what did it do to your sense of self as a man? You start to feel like, why try?
As a man, being go through this. See, this is some of the things you ladies don't know about, the things we go through and how we feel and how we try. And then when we don't get the results after trying and trying and trying, it's like we're not insane. Because if we keep doing the same thing and getting our head bumped, we're gonna try something different. Black men, we're gonna try something different. But after a certain point, doing the same thing over and over and expecting a different result is insanity. Is the definition of insanity. Doing something over and over again, and you're getting the same result, but you're expecting a different result. That's insanity. That's insanity. And so, we're not insane as black men. We're not. It's just like, it's just not. We're not insane. We just get to a point where we just give up on that. We're not giving up on our sons or our daughter, children. We're not giving up on our children. We're giving up on the fight. The fight is exhausting over years. It's exhausting. It's wear and tear. I got the gray hairs from that. I loved my life. My life was decent. I really didn't have to want for nothing. I was in a position where people used to ask me for stuff. You see what I'm saying? And that's what it is. And I had people that came around that were jealous and stuff like that. I have people that have sabotaged certain things in my life, and they came back to apologize to me. And I deemed them worthy of that. But of course, you never look at them the same. You won't deal with them people the same, to a degree, But I don't carry that stuff on my heart. I let karma carry it. I let the universe deal with it. Because, no, I ain't gonna talk about that. But I will say that certain things that people have done to me, the karma has played back onto them, like the Bible, like sevenfold. And that's why I was like, oh, I see what have happened to them based upon what they did to me. And it's not just me. See, that's the thing. I know it wasn't just me. It's not just me. But I know that's who they are, and it finally caught up with them. That's what you would say. But from my perspective, I would like if I deal karma when I am still alive and I don't have to, let the universe handle it. You know, maybe somebody else with some bad karma is going to meet this person with the bad karma, and then they karma catch up with each other that way. I didn't stop what the universe was already had planned. You know, I didn't get in the way. You see what I'm saying? And so certain things I have let pass, which most street guys wouldn't have let certain things pass. You know what I'm saying? And I was contemplating on certain things. Trust me, I was contemplating on certain things. I'm talking about planning. I don't do just jump. I'm sorry, I have, and every time I have, I've gotten caught up. And I just look at when I have planned positive things. I seen they have worked right for the most part, pretty smooth. When you do it the right way, when you have the right energy, the right mindset, and your spirit is on that. You know, sometimes you are going to come into obstacles and things of that nature, but it seems like things working out. You know what I'm saying? And I don't mind acknowledging the other people that's that doing their thing. You know what I'm saying? And I don't mind shouting people out and giving people their ups and their props. And that's what I feel like us as black men. That's what we need to be on. It doesn't have to be monetary. Just saying a simple, hey, brother Nietzsche, he cool, he helped me, he could help you. You just gotta if he mess with you, just be on the up and up. If this person helped you, this person, just be straight up, be truthful, honest, and if just be a man. If you're a man, just be a man. Just be a man. And with the baby mama situation, I love my son to death. And that's what it is. Period. Got a lot of things I have planned for the future. Dealing with the social media and going forward. We're gonna talk about this baby. We're gonna get into body count. We're going to get into a lot of things that are conducive with bringing us together. And I do want to come up with a little documentary type thing, dealing with, wow, it's almost 12 o'clock. But yeah, I do want to come up with a little documentary, a little small documentary that I do want to come up with a small documentary, and dealing with. I'm gonna tell you, I want to deal directly with the feminist movement. I'm talking about way back from. I want to start with Susan B. Anthony and her friend. I have some notes. I have notes written down, so it's gonna go deep. We're gonna start with every wave of the feminist movement and how it affected us. Because the first wave of the feminist movement was not to beat down the black man, but was to elevate the white woman above the black man, because the black man is free. And it was like, if he get free, he gonna be able to vote. And we can't vote because we women. Well, you see? Well, the black woman couldn't vote either. None of the other women could vote either. But white women wanted some power. They owned the most slaves, so they didn't. So think about it. White women owned more slaves than their counterpart. So therefore, they wanted some power. That's what it was all about. We just want to know we still better than the niggas. Especially even men niggas. We want to know that we better than them, that we are above them. That. And I say it like that, niggers, because that's what they wrote in their books, those white supremacists, in their books, in their words, period. And Tariq has spoken on this several times over the years. So when you're looking at that part of the feminist movement, then a little bit later on, then they talking about, you know, there are after slavery is over, now they're campaigning, you know, this is when you first see the postcards and that have gorilla symbols on them, and you know they're talking, and you got posters and stuff that they're campaigning against the black man, and this was black women wasn't looking at us like that. It was the white women trying to get to tell all other white women this is how black men are, that we are rapists and we're the big black ugly gorilla. Hence the movie King Kong. You know what I'm saying? And then so like the monkey is obsessed with the white woman. You see what I'm saying? That's almost how they had it seen. But you know, but so the second part was the campaign of the destruction of the image of the black man. They had to destroy the image. So that was the beginning of the destruction of the black man after slavery. Came from the feminist movement first, not from men. It came not from the white men, but it came from the white women. White men was straight up like, you a nigger, we busting on these Ku Klux Klans, and we coming to your house and burning it down and fun crosses and woo woo woo. But the white women were actually putting posters and postcards and this and that, you know. And of course you had, you know, black women that wasn't going for it. And black women didn't be a part of that feminist or the women's movement. No, they did not. They were not a part of that. They stuck with us side by side. They didn't get involved in white folks' affairs. That part. They did not get involved in white folks' affairs. And so, saying that, that was part two. And then part three, third wave, is when they come in the 60s, 70s, you know, where it always was trying, but then you know, you got the abortion, did Tariq talk about that? I forget who talked about it, but they talked about how they had the abortion movement and the feminist movement became one. And so right during that 60s and 70s era is when they became one. And that's when they started recruiting, getting a chance to recruit black women. You see, and I'm gonna tell you who they recruited. It was very, let me put it like this. The women that they were recruiting were black women that were lesbians that wanted to be with white women. That's who they recruited, and that's who they threw in our faces. And I believe most of them women were bisexual because I think some of them probably had husbands and stuff like that. They were just messing around with those white women. They wanted to mess with white women. Lesbians wanted to, it was lesbians they was putting in front of. That's how those black women were sellouts. Period. Sell out to the white coochie. So they was bed wenching with white women, as Tariq called bed wenches. Yeah, that's exactly what they were. They was bed wenching to white women. And so that's wave number 3. Then you got the wave number 4 which is part of the third wave, which I think is the same. That's when, you know, you see the documentary in the 80s. I think it was 84. You had the documentary, 83, 84. You had the documentary where they were showing where the black girls talking about they think they can make it as a single parent. I know you seen that meme, the thing that reel. So that part right there, it was that part, and that's when the decline came because they finally got to them because those black women got to other black women. They needed to infiltrate, so the white women infiltrated. Well, the white women used black women to infiltrate. So the black women were the ones that actually carry out the agenda of the white woman. And so now that I do that, now what I do is now I get to get these women on TV. So I get these women on TV, and as I get them on TV, when I go around interviewing black women, guess who I'm gonna put on TV? Only the ones that I want to put on TV. So if even I got 100 women that say I want a husband, but I got 20 women that say they don't want husbands, I'm gonna put on the women that don't want a husband. I might get one woman that says that she do, but I'm gonna get one that's weak that says she do want a husband. I'm gonna get one that's weak. That way, I can almost change her mind right in front of TV, on TV. And so therefore, other women that see this, that are on the fence, could be persuaded to go over the fence. Like, they don't need a man. They can make it on their own. They can, do whatever they feel. And that's where now you got wave 4, 5, whatever. And it's just it's social media. You have movies. What they say, Waiting to Exhale, Color Purple, and things of that nature. And of course, soap operas play a role, with their themes. It's just, it's kind of hard, for black men in this situation. I'm talking about black men, so it's kind of hard to kind of defeat all of those things that's coming at you. So by the time Kevin come along and really stick it to him, they like, who the hell is this guy? That's why when he was at 1.2 million, 1.1 million when he died, and now he's at 1.88 million subscribers. That even gained 500,000-600,000 people since he's been deceased, since he has passed. And R.I.P. to the brother. And it's just, we as black men need to just get to the younger men. I know a lot of them see it. A lot of them smart. They own this social media. They see it. They ain't just watching sliding and sticking. They see this. They see it. They see it. And so they see the women out here acting. They hear the different men online. They hear Country Wayne. They hear oh my God, my boy from Carlos Miller. You know what I'm saying? Unicorn. You know what I'm saying? I remember that meme. They listen. They see. They hear. They see it. You know what I'm saying? DC Young Fly, they hear the young men talking about these relationships and how these women are. So yeah, they own it. So the young guys own it. So they using them for what they are. Some of them, the brothers, we not slow out here. We not dumb. We're not crazy, but we can be. And we can take it there, but we cool. And the brothers is like, yeah, okay. Y'all ladies want to act like that? Okay. And for the most part, I'm not signing no papers. But everybody, I know you my wife. We can wear it. We're going to wear some rings. That's fine. But we not signing any papers. It's period. It's not an advantage for me. It's not. Actually, it's a disadvantage to sign those papers. Matter of fact, I would have someone like the lead attorney draw up special contract that's conducive with uh, a prenup, and therefore, I don't care. I'm like, you walk away. You walk away with what you had coming into the relationship. That's it. Period. And you gotta and when I bring that paper, you can't sign it right away. You got I'll get you your own personal lawyer. I'll pay for it. Do your thing. I believe, and I'm getting this from the lead attorney because he said she has to have enough time in order to make that decision because it's a lifetime decision. So therefore, you need at least 6 months to look at that paper. So if I feel like I want to marry you within 3 months, then so we wouldn't be married until 9 months to a year. You see what I'm saying? But it will be under this contract, which is conducive to a prenup. So it's, you know. Now we get a company, build it together, you know. I feel like either we're gonna sell a company or we're gonna be some adults and run this company. You know, do your thing, I'm gonna do mine. You know, long, you know, and but anyway, let y'all get out of here. You know, we need to, you know, just be aware of what's going on. Be aware that you know the dynamic between men and women has changed over the years, and men have adapted to the way women have been conducting themselves, and we will act accordingly. But I don't want it to stay like this, black women. Men don't want it to be like this. And we are not trying to control you. We want you to be in your feminine and play your role as we will play ours. Because our role has not changed, period. You have changed your position and roles. We have not. And you expect us to play our roles the way we have been playing them over the hundreds of thousands of years and generations. Relationships between men and women have not changed. It's dynamic since I believe the beginning of time, Adam and Eve to now. It's provide, protect, nurture over here, you know. And so that's all. We just got to get back into our proper roles. And yes, there are roles in relationships. Our role, provide and protect. So what's your role? And so the role is what you bring to the table, not your coochie. Because it's 22,000 other women out there for me. It was 200,000. 200. If I just look at black women, and it's, you know, it's 20 to 1 here in Atlanta alone. So I just look at it, half of those, just half. So I say it's 10 to 1 because you gotta look at, is that 20 to 1 that are in available dating age, or is that 20 to 1 just females versus males? You see, so I just look at it as 10. So 10 some of those women are elderly, and then some of them are children. So then there only leaves a portion of that's left that's actually, you know, and then some of them are gay. So you're looking at 8 to 10, ain't but 8 to 10 women that I could really choose from. I think the actual number is 17 to 1. So just imagine 7 of them are older, young, or gay. So there's only 10 left. But the point is that many more women for us men than there are men for women. So yes, you are competing for to have a man. If you want a man, you are competing with other women, but you are competing against each other in the wrong way. You are competing with who has the biggest butt, who has the best shaped butt, and who has the BBL that's shaped right and conducive with their size. Y'all are competing like that. Who has the best waistline? Who has the best eyelashes? Who has the best makeup and filter and spray and the best implants or you know what I'm saying? Or you know, or the best weave. Oh, mine's 200, girl. Oh, mine's 800. Oh, mine's 2,000. Oh, mine's 10. Nigga, Dolly Parton come up and say, I got a whole line of wigs and beat all of y'all. So, I mean, y'all are doing these things to compete against each other, thinking that will put y'all in a position that will make men, want to be with you, but it don't work like that. It does not. It doesn't. It does not work like that. And so, and I hope you take that into consideration that, you having a roster and having $2,000-$3,000 wigs, $100 eyelashes, and these 12-inch fake acrylic nails, it's just that's not what we are looking for. We are looking for a compassionate, feminine, nurturing, talks life into me. I want a woman that talks life into me like the women that talk to the engineers that I want a woman that could talk to me like the queen of the pharaoh that will put my mind at such ease, but in a creative mind state that I would build a pyramid for you. I will build a temple and put your name on it where the world will worship you. Oh, that's how they used to talk to me. That's how the temples got built. That's how most of the temples that's not just in Egypt, but throughout Africa. There are pyramids and monuments and temples, and most of those temples are made after women, or are named after women. That's how influential you were as your part as the goddess. Because the goddess talks life. Because you are the nurturer. So we plant our seed in you, you fertilize it. I try to correlate these different types of things so y'all can get different pictures to understand this is how we used to be. Up until the 60s, we were like this. I think when you see those pictures of Wall Street with all those black men, you see 50, 60 black men in the picture, this is Wall Street in Tulsa, Oklahoma. Those men were inspired by wives. You don't see those wives out there twerking. When you see them wives, they look like they dressed in their Sunday best every day. Y'all don't have to put on no full-length dress, but you should dress and cover up. Because the woman I pick, no man will ever see her body, ever, unless when she died, and they gotta do an autopsy on her. And the only time I'm and won't no man see her coochie, ever, because they won't see them cookies, because I'm gonna have a midwife, and so that's the only person that's gonna see is a midwife, what they call a doula, which my great grandmother was. She gave my great grandmother, my mother's mother gave birth to her own children. My grandmother was a part of natural birth, and I believe my Aunt Johnny was naturally born. Well, was my grandmother mother, helped give birth to my auntie, my oldest auntie, was both of them no longer with us, but yeah. And I was like, Mama, you became a nurse because it's in you. That's part of your bloodline. I was like, I was like, I tried to get my mother 10 years ago, right after Tariq had his child, his second child, which he had a doula at his house. I wanted my mother to try to convince my mother into getting into it. But she said she didn't want to. I was like, okay, but that's on you. I was like, you complaining about this, complaining about that, but this is, you already was working at what they call it Emory Medical Center now, but it was the Cab Medical Center out there in Decatur. The last 2 years she worked there before she went to Northside. My mother's retired now, so it don't matter. Right before the last 2 years she worked at the Cab Medical, she was in the nursing wing where with all the with nursing the babies and after the babies are born, you know, they said woo woo woo. That's what my mother. I'm like, it's in your blood. You went towards what you are is in you. I swear, I wish I had some other people that could explain it to her, but you know, she's stubborn, and that's how she's been all her life. And my mother kind of reminds me of the lady that was nonchalant. If you watch Kevin Samuels, which I think is the best, his best one, the one where you see the thumbnail is Ayanna Van Zandt. And that particular one where it's black women are out of order. And the one that's sitting in the car, dark skin with the chubby hamster cheeks, with the resting bitch face. My mother reminds me of her. That the reason why I say that is just it's this part, not just her, but it's this part, the part where when she said that, you know, she smiles for her man, she gives that energy for her man, but you know, it's like everybody else or every other black man, F you. But then Kevin goes on to say, okay, live by that, die by that. So if we see you getting jumped, and you walking down the street, you see you get jumped, just walk on by. And I just saw a reel right before today, a couple hours before I started my lives. The reel was oh my God, I forget this comedian's name, but they was in the weight room. He said, do you need some help? She's like, no, you're not my boyfriend. Ooh, I think that's what he said. She was like, no, you're not my boyfriend. So then she gets on this thing, she started lifting up and down. Well, she lifted up, then she came down, and she got stuck. And so what happens, he runs around and comes in front of her, was like, hey boyfriend, because you know, and that's how we treat y'all. That's how you give a certain type of energy, we're gonna give it right back. We're compliant. We're going to act accordingly. And so the thing I said she reminds me of my mother. It's like, okay, I see that I have seen my mother. I saw my mother actually, you know, when she was with the last main guy she was with, and she was submissive. She cooked every day. She got out of work. I'm talking like, boy, she gave him the wifey treatment, and he put a ring on it. Sadly to say, you know, they didn't make it, but I'm gonna get into that. But the point is that no other, it's like, I really never seen my mother like that, you know, real talk. Like I said, he was kind of high value man, you know what I'm saying? He had the high value list, making a certain amount of money a month. Back then, I went to Westchester High School, living on 62nd and La Brea. So I used to walk right there at that little shopping area that's on West Manchester and what's that, La Brea? Down from Slauson, go down Slauson, La Brea. right there, Manchester, at the corner where Inglewood High School. You know, you make a left at that light, and you know the little shopping area was down there. Now this is back then. I don't know what it looked like because I haven't been there since since I left in '91. So the little shopping area, you had a little barber shop right there on the right side. So that's why I used to go walk and get my hair cut. And so, but anyway, yeah, I've never seen my mother really act, like that, with any other man, you know what I'm saying? Even though she did not have a bunch of men around us, you know what I'm saying? She wasn't that type, you know what I'm saying? It's just, it's like that part, you have to act like that all the time. If my mother gave off that same energy and personality on a 100% everyday basis, she could have got another man, she could have got married. My mother could, she knows how to be that feminine woman because of how she grew up, cooking and cleaning. She had to, you know what I'm saying? They didn't play that. My grandma didn't play that. I come from, I had my people, from that side of the family, were like The Help, right? You know what I'm saying? When you watch that movie The Help, my people was parts of some of that. My auntie right now will tell you she worked in some fields. She worked cleaning houses, and stuff like that. So yeah, I know about that life before the movie came out. I asked stories and questions. I feel like I'm the only one. But anyway, let me get off here. Y'all been great. I appreciate y'all. Y'all take care. And next time, we'll be more interactive. In a minute. In this moment. Oh, my bad. I'm not noticing. There's people that's been in the chat. I apologize. I apologize, y'all in the chat. Let me see. I apologize. I've been, I've had the camera turned the other way, so I couldn't see anything. But yeah, let me see. Question. I have got some crazy people jumping in. But anyway, y'all take care. In a minute, cut this live.